Assalamu alaikum. This is Brother Salih. Today I was just sitting around outside waiting for my wife, so I'm doing a couple of videos about self-knowledge, and because I think it's so important for our development and our continuation along the path that has been set for us by the message of Allah, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. Self-knowledge is the key. And it's beyond our person, our body, but we're going to the root of our consciousness. Now, for those who do engage in meditation and have taken time to look inwardly and actually gaze inwardly for some time to try to become associated with self, you probably have had the experience of trying to focus in and having all these thoughts run through your head. Sometimes thoughts even contrary to what your intentions are, right? Well, all this is like psychic garbage. There's a division between our physical being and our consciousness. Our physical being is, as we experience things, right, we have a memory that actually captures these experiences in our brain. And this memory there, right, is a physical part of our being. But the consciousness itself is not really physical, and it pervades everything. Every pair of eyes that you see in the course of the day, I don't care if it's a pair of eyes on a fly, on a mosquito, on a dog, on a cat, on a raccoon, on a bird that flies over your head, every pair of eyes that's seen, at the back of those eyes is a source of consciousness that emanates into their lives. And that source knows all, sees all, experiences all beyond the limitations of time and space all at once. And that is really your source of yourself. That's really what you are. So we need to learn more about that part of our being by actually engaging ourselves and looking inward. And the first thing I want to talk about today that you're going to experience, or at least my experience has been, is that I realized that those thoughts that's going through my head, they're not really mine. They're really not. You know what I mean? They're really psychic debris. And sometimes if I'm charged up with negative thoughts, how many of y'all have tried to have positive thoughts about yourself and then have some negative thing that you did in your past pop up and try to condemn your soul and your spirit? This is the accusation of the devil that they don't live in faith. They don't live in the presence of Allah. They don't live under his domain, and they bring about negative connotations in our lives. And this is what we all struggle against. I've been putting a lot of stuff out there about being crushed to the earth because I've gone through a lot of sicknesses and physical infirmities over these last, at least last 2 years, really, right? But as we grow in struggle, we learn to rely on Allah, and we start learning to hear from him in ways that not easily explainable to other people that have not had the experience themselves. This domain of self-knowledge, of this connect to the inside of self, it is the answer to everything, and in it is every invention and everything that must manifest in this time to bring about the next stage of our development and of the manifestation of time. So self-knowledge, learning how to use the trance state to go into oneself, is really important. Start off by just looking inward. Take some time and just look inward and examine what your mind goes through, what thoughts go through your head, and try to see where that flow of stuff is not really you, but there is a source that's in you that's beyond that. It's like it sits back behind the veil. That's the real you, and that's the one we got to connect with, because that is the self. Thank you for listening. This is Brother Salih once again trying to share just a point. May Allah's blessings and peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum.